Welcome to another episode of The True Heart of Love. In episode 2, Andrew, a seeker of genuine love, crossed paths with Debbie, Kelvin's office assistant. Debbie, with her well-mannered demeanor and humble background, captured Andrew's attention. Their connection blossomed, fueled by Debbie's tender honesty and stories of volunteer work. Yet, doubts crept in, inconsistencies in her attire, a stark contrast to her supposed modest upbringing. As autumn leaves fell, tension thickened. Andrew confronted Debbie by the riverbank, his voice steady but his heart in turmoil. "There's something we need to talk about," he said. Debbie's innocent smile masked a deeper truth. Meanwhile, Kelvin lay motionless, clutching a mysterious letter, a secret that could unravel everything. Sit back and enjoy this new episode where revelations await and choices must be made.
The betrayal. In order to escape the moment, Debbie started crying and lied against Kelvin. She said, "Kelvin has always been disturbing me to be his girlfriend, but I refused as I cannot afford to cheat on you, and that is why he is trying to tarnish my image." But Andrew knew she was lying. The revelation of Debbie's deceit left Andrew reeling, his trust shattered. As he grappled with the aftermath, his world was further rocked by an even more painful betrayal. One fateful night, driven by a gut feeling he couldn't shake, Andrew decided to surprise Debbie with a visit. The sight that greeted him was like a dagger through his heart, Debbie, entwined in an intimate embrace with another man. The laughter and soft murmurs that floated through the half-open window were a stark contrast to the silence that engulfed Andrew. Frozen in shock, Andrew watched as the man left, and then he confronted Debbie. Her excuses fell on deaf ears. There was no denying what he had witnessed. The pain in Andrew's eyes was palpable as he turned away from her, the last threads of their connection severed. Debbie, with her heart heavy and her spirit desperate, stood before Andrew's door. The sun had barely risen on the second day since their painful parting. She had come to beg for forgiveness, to plead for a second chance, as she knew Andrew has a tender heart. Andrew, however, had already etched his decision in stone. His eyes, once filled with tenderness, now held a steely resolve. He would not allow Debbie back into his life. The wounds ran too deep, the trust shattered irreparably. Debbie dropped to her knees, her voice trembling as she implored him. But Andrew remained unmoved, his heart encased in an armor of hurt. He had vowed to move forward, to find solace beyond the pain she had caused. As Debbie's tears fell, she made a final declaration. "I won't let you marry another," she said, her voice both defiant and desperate. But Andrew merely raised an eyebrow, dismissing her with a curt nod. "Take your leave, Debbie," he said, his tone firm. "Our paths diverge here." And so, Debbie left, her heart torn between love and regret. Andrew watched her retreating figure, wondering if forgiveness would ever find its way back to their intertwined destinies. Kelvin, upon learning of this latest betrayal, felt a profound sense of guilt for ever introducing Debbie to Andrew. He had witnessed his friend's descent into heartache and knew he had to make amends. With a heavy heart, Kelvin approached Andrew, accepting full responsibility for his role in the deception. "I'm sorry, Andrew. I never meant for any of this to happen," Kelvin pleaded, his voice thick with remorse. Andrew's response was quiet but firm. "I need time, Kelvin," he said, his voice barely above a whisper. "Time to think, to heal." True to his word, Andrew withdrew from the social scene that had once been a significant part of his life. He declined invitations and avoided any interactions that might lead to new romantic entanglements. In solitude, he reflected on his father's advice and pondered his next steps. As days turned into weeks, Andrew found solace in his work and the simple routines that kept him grounded. Yet, the question lingered, could he ever open his heart again? Or had Debbie's betrayal closed it off for good?
Thank you for joining us in this episode. We hope you enjoyed the journey with Andrew as he navigated love, loss, and self-discovery. Don't forget to follow our Facebook page and subscribe to our YouTube channel to stay updated on new episodes. Until next time, thank you.